Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today I have a Bath & Body Works haul of the new ice cream drop candles that dropped today for the buy one get one free candle sale, as well as a few other knickknacks just from other pickups from the past few weeks or so, and we'll get right into it. So yes, this time around I did not make the mistake of putting in an online order when I first woke up in the morning at 6 a.m. or whatever it is, because last time around the PB&J and the limoncello unicorn sprinkles were pretty much like in abundance enough throughout that entire first day and even into the second morning, and I've actually seen them in a few stores like just very recently as well, still left over, that I was like, okay, I don't need to fall for the like hype or the FOMO this time around, and if I go into the store in the morning today and if they have them, great. If not, then whatever. I'm sure I'll find them in one way, shape, or form. So yes, I went to the store and they did of course have them. I went pretty early, so it was to be expected, but we have the rosewater ivy and vanilla bean mashup right here, and that's what that looks like. I had actually already smelled this in store last week. They wouldn't let me purchase it, but I already smelled it, so my expectations were kind of already tempered from that first sniff. And the notes on this read: vanilla, marshmallow, soft rose petals, and rain-kissed English ivy. This is so weird. I don't understand this fragrance. It doesn't at all smell like rosewater ivy mixed with vanilla bean, like in any way, shape, or format. Like not at all. Like, we have the OG rosewater ivy right here, which still smells the same as the current rosewater ivy. Like, I get no trace of this in this new candle whatsoever. I really don't understand what's going on here. This is that very like powdery, perfumey rose fragrance. There's like a heavy powdery quality to it that is very much the quintessential rosewater and ivy fragrance that this just simply does not have. I'm just like looking for it and I can't smell it. Like, this smells very similar to like your Pink Fairy Gumdrop / Candy Hearts fragrance. Is that what it is? So we have Be Mine, and that's what that looks like right here. I think this is the same thing as Pink Fairy Gumdrop, and this was Candy Hearts. This was Cotton Candy, Sugar, Sparkling Raspberries, and Sprinkle of Love from Cupid. Yeah, they're like quite similar. I don't think they're exactly the same, but very much in the same fragrance family. If you like Pink Fairy Gumdrop or Candy Hearts, kind of similar to that, which Unicorn Sprinkles is also kind of similar to that as well as Tutti Frutti Candy, Enchanted Candy Potion as well. It's all that very like pink candy sort of sprinkle fragrance that we get is what this is very much in line with. Yeah, it doesn't smell like rosewater ivy or vanilla bean mixed together. It's very much in that Candy Hearts, Pink Fairy Gumdrop, and Enchanted Candy Potion type of, almost like that chalky, like sprinkle quality to it, is what I get from it. Yeah, I don't understand. I feel like this is even less rose, believe it or not, than rose lychee that we had right here. And I was complaining about how this wasn't strong and rose enough, but yeah, boy, this actually smells a lot more rosy than rosewater ivy and vanilla bean does. I don't understand. Like, I just most certainly imagine something called rosewater ivy plus vanilla bean would literally be this candle mixed with vanilla bean mixed into it, and but I've smelled this next to vanilla bean in the store, like comparing it to this, and they're like not at all similar. So I don't know. The thing is, like, we've had rosewater ivy pretty much with a vanilla fragrance as Love Rose Vanilla, the aromatherapy fragrance, which is amazing, awesome, and juicy. It literally smells like the rosewater note from rosewater ivy with like not quite vanilla bean, because the aromatherapy one's a little bit more like this inedible but still like cool, smooth vanilla fragrance. It's just absolutely divine, delicious, and awesome, and I love it. It is not Love Rose Vanilla. There's been also some speculation that it could be Blush Poinsettia, as the Blush Poinsettia, however you pronounce that there. And people think it's going to be the same because the notes are very similar. This is rose petals, green ivy, and sweet marshmallow. Not at all. I mean, if you even do a side-by-side comparison, like, you can totally tell this is not the same fragrance whatsoever. This indeed smells more like rosewater ivy, but it's mixed with marshmallow fireside type of marshmallowy, like velvety, powdery texture that you get from marshmallow fireside, mixed with rosewater ivy is what this is. Love it, amazing, delicious, awesome. I bought many of this. It's certainly not this. We also have rosewater meringue right here. Love this. Was in that like Atlanta Rose Test collection, and then we got it wide here as well, because this was fresh rosewater, spun pink sugar, and creamy vanilla bean, so you might think it could be this as well, but it most certainly isn't. Oh my god, this is amazing too. This is like this sugary cotton candy sweet rose plus raspberry jam and like vanilla meringue fragrance. It's simply excellent, simply divine. That body care is excellent as well. Like, this could have been a great candidate, but it most certainly is not this either. And then of course we finally have Pink Petal Tea Cake as well, and that's what that looks like. Pink rose petals, pound cake, and vanilla glaze, so potentially it could be this as well. Nope, absolutely not. This is definitely more heavy on that gourmand, like cakey, tea cake, petite four, fondant type of fragrance with like a sweetened strawberry plus a rose petal essence to it. It's absolutely amazing and awesome. It is not this either. So like, I don't believe this to be a repackage of any of the suspect rose water, rose whatever fragrances. It's once again more in line with Pink Fairy Gumdrop, Candy Hearts, Enchanted Candy Potion. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, this doesn't at all smell like a mashup of either the Vanilla Bean or the Rosewater Ivy fragrance, but just a totally different fragrance altogether. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of... Once again, this is one of those cases where the expectations of this went in so high, well, especially so because, hello, it says it's Rosewater Ivy and Vanilla Bean, but then it doesn't at all smell like that. It just smells like a sweetsy, cutesy, generic candy fragrance. Like, this could literally be called like Tutti Frutti Candy or Tutti Frutti Sprinkles, and people are like, oh yeah, but the fact that it says Rosewater Ivy on it, people are going to be like, oh my god, it's so floral and rosy. And you know, everyone can interpret fragrances however they want to, so I don't want to like take that experience away from anybody. But like, for me, it's just totally not what I expected. Yeah, I don't know. So I did get 2 of them just in case maybe for some reason like transforms and the Rosewater fragrance does come alive. As you guys know, I have changed my mind many times before. Well, I'll like kind of like write off a fragrance on cold, but when I go to burn it and appreciate it, I can actually kind of get into it. So I don't want to like completely write this one off, but I did buy 2 of them just in case maybe if I burn the first one and it transforms into something wonderful on warm, then I'll have a second backup just in case because it is a limited release. So I do have 2 of these. So that was Rosewater Ivy and Vanilla Bean. Yes, so it's burning back there right now. So we will see how it goes, but on cold, totally not what I expected. So yeah, it's just more in line with those candy, even like limoncello and unicorn sprinkles. Like, these 2 are more similar to each other than like this and Blush Poinsettia, for example. So yeah, I don't know, just super strange, but it exists. So there's that. If it was indeed like Rosewater Ivy mixed with Vanilla Bean, like, I mean, I would like scoop that up. Like, I have many Love Rose Vanillas. I have a ton of Pink Lilac and Vanillas. Have many Blush Poinsettias, Rosewater, Meringue, and Pink Petal Tea Cake. Like, I have a ton of all of those in my collection because it's my favorite category. So I think just for me as a Rosewater plus Vanilla, like, lover, this kind of just falls flat because it doesn't at all actually smell like what it's being advertised as. So that was that. And then moving on, we have Mint Chocolate Chip Milkshake is the other one, and that's what that looks like. And there we go. This one is mint ice cream, chunky chocolate chips, and whipped cream. And this one has actually the thick rope-like wicks on it, whereas the original one had the beautiful mint green colored wax on it, and the flat curling wick. So this might perform slightly differently, but yes, it smells just as the old one did. This one, what I love so much is like mint chocolate fragrances are kind of a dime a dozen from Bath & Body Works, and they do many different iterations of mint chocolate, this, that, or the other, that all kind of run together and smell the same. But this one has always been standout to me for the reason that it actually has like this milky, thick, creamy, like the thick consistency of a milky dairy, like just like the thickness of like if you're like choking or gagging on drinking too much dairy or milk or a milkshake. It has very much that type of creamy authenticity or like realistic quality to it that I actually really enjoy, that it actually kind of smells more milky, dairy, and more milkshakey, and I like that texture or quality to this fragrance, but mixed with the usual mint chocolate fragrance in there as well. But it's not too like sharp or harsh or like plasticky in the way like the Andes mint type of mint chocolate variety fragrances come off, such as in the OG just like mint chocolate fragrance. So I appreciate that, and it's not quite as like sharp and pungent as like peppermint hot chocolate, which I do enjoy, but that one almost has like a slight spearmint quality to it that makes it a little bit more sharp. And that fragrance also, there's more emphasis on like a hot fudge drizzle, hot fudge sundae chocolate drizzle element to it, whereas this one's kind of a little bit more balanced and once again more emphasis on the creamy milkshake vanilla ice cream with mint chocolate then on top of that. And I love that. It's kind of like you also get the whipped cream that's on top of the milkshake on this as well. But I loved this. I bought one and I was just like, okay, it's a nice mint chocolate chip fragrance. And I was kind of like, I still really enjoyed it, but I was like, I don't know if I need to get another one. But I then actually did end up missing it. So a friend was actually kind enough to give this one to me. So I was super excited to get this one. So then it's really fun to have a backup of this one as well. So this isn't like a must get just because I already have one. But since it's a buy one, get one, I did this plus the Rosewater ivy, and vanilla bean and called it a day. And then I obtained the second rosewater, ivy, and vanilla bean, or the third candle of this haul, by exchanging the duplicate of the limoncello unicorn sprinkles from the first ice cream drop collection. It was just lighter than I had anticipated, like especially on how strong it was on cold. That once the online order came in of the second one of this, I was just like, I really don't need a second one of this. Like, this is totally not a fragrance of my usual alley. So I exchanged the second one for another rosewater, ivy, and vanilla bean and called it a day. So that was the limoncello and unicorn sprinkles. This one, yeah, it was lighter, but I didn't mind the fragrance. It once again smells like a raspberry lemonade, like pixie stick. It almost has like a raspberry lemonade, like jam, and a sugary lemon candy quality to it. It pretty much how I described it on my initial haul is what that was, but just a little bit lighter than I had hoped for. And of course, I did get a second PB&J from the online order I did, and that was that right here. I actually really enjoy this fragrance. Like the first one, I'm like almost done with because I really like it. Did a full review on it, so I'll most certainly be keeping the second one. It's truly like the next best thing to PB&J, but you get a juicy extra added wild berry jam donut note in there, which I love. And like the throw's good enough for me. Mine's not like sitting excessively, that I'm actually like doing totally fine with it. So I actually really enjoy the first one, so I will keep the second one. So that concludes the entire ice cream drop collection from Bath & Body Works. So far, PB&J ice cream is definitely my favorite, and the most disappointing, at least on cold, is this one. I really don't understand what's going on here, but I'm hoping maybe something will come alive when I go to burn it. So that was that. And then I think I just had a few knickknacks. Yes. I had a few, I think, reward redemptions, and the new Gingham olfactive collection, or whatever it's called, is out in stores. If you guys haven't checked out that floor set, it's absolutely gorgeous. Highly recommend it. So much respect and just like admiration for the Bath & Body Works design team who created the entire Gingham collection. The floor set marketing is just absolutely beautiful. The tables, the setup, all the graphics, the photography is absolutely snatched. The mailer photography is like so pretty too. I mean, just truly takes my breath away. Like, as a graphic designer, just so much respect for that entire launch. It's absolutely gorgeous, like just perfection. The bottles are all pretty. The color runs all on the tables. Just, oh my God, it's so gorgeous. They even have a custom unique blotter or tester strips or tester papers in the store where like the Gingham pattern is printed on all of them with a QR code on it. I mean, just truly like custom and just above and beyond. I can't get enough of the entire Gingham collection. I don't necessarily love the fragrances, but the visuals on it is just truly stunning. And so I was like, you know what, I already tried Gingham Gorgeous in the travel size, didn't love it, so let me pick up the other two as rewards. And so we do indeed have Gingham Vibrant right here, and that's what that looks like in the shower gel and the faceted packaging. This one says, wild blackberries, candied violets, and soft vanilla. I think we were wondering if this was candied violet sorbet or what is it, open sky or something, has very similar notes to it. I think it's actually slightly different from all those, but this one's my favorite. It's so juicy and zesty. Oh my God, like that blackberry is just so juicy and awesome and just like bursting with sugary sweetness mixed with a beautiful slight floral component in there. Oh my God, I really love this. This is so juicy and awesome. I wish this came in more formats. I think this one's the most limited. Like, this one does not get a hand soap, nor does it get a pocket bag. So I guess they had the least faith in this fragrance, even though it's my favorite. So I'm just like, I would have loved a hand soap and a pocket back of this, but we didn't get either of those. And obviously no candle of this either. So it just kind of blows that my favorite is the one that had the least formats in it. But use this in the shower and I love it. So Gingham Vibrant right there. And then we have Gingham Fresh. What do the notes on this say? Let's see. Juicy pear, sparkling clementine, and fresh daisies. And that's what that looks like right there. Super pretty green on this too. This is like a derivative of Beautiful Day. Like, so immensely similar to Beautiful Day. I did a side by side in the store and they are slightly different. This one has a slightly more, that like sort of plasticky freshness that you get from plain Gingham is like added in with Beautiful Day, but a very similar, I think, like the cassis and the peony and the pear and the apple, very similar fragrance to Beautiful Day. If you enjoy Beautiful Day, I think you'll really enjoy this one because they are immensely similar. Not a bad fragrance. It's just kind of very reminiscent of Beautiful Day, which I don't mind that one. So yeah, and that was that right there. Gingham Gorgeous is my favorite like pink color and packaging, but actually my least favorite fragrance in the collection, just because it's so like sweetsy cutesy like strawberry lemonade and not enough of the peony action in there that yeah. So that was the Gingham collection. There's Gingham Legend for Men, which I believe is the same fragrance as just plain old Legend, so kind of a boring bummer there. And I also suspect that Legend is pretty much the same as just classic flannel, so I was just like, I so don't need that. So that stayed on the shelf, and I think that was it for the body care. There's the whole Saltwater Breeze, which is a great fragrance, but I don't really need that again. And then Emerald Mist is like this juicy, like sweet pear perfume fragrance, and Amethyst Waves or whatever was another one of those generic berry fruity floral fragrances that I didn't need. So that was that. So that was that. I think that is it for all my haulage. There was a wallflower sale, but I think I got 6 of them, but they all went to my mother, so don't need to talk about that. And that's pretty much it. We just have Summer 1 stuff to look forward to. I think the info on that is Summer Boardwalk is supposedly, once again, rumored to come back, as well as Berry Waffle Cone. Firecracker Prop, there's evidence of that coming back in a 3-wick as well. There's also evidence to be found that a fragrance called Sweet Tea and Lemonade will be out in 3-wick, as well as a single wick. And some evidence that Pistachio Ice Cream will be out in a single wick candle as well. Sweet Tea and Lemonade has a hand soap for it confirmed, and then there's also a Love Always Wins hand soap coming as well in like a sort of like that neutral looking packaging with like rainbow dots on it. And that's all I know of for like future upcoming summer fragrances. And that is it. So let me know if you picked up the second batch of the ice cream drop ones and how you thought of Rosewater Ivy and Vanilla Bean. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.